got my plan. I say lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
There's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game.
Smacked to the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard, counting, and a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Lady Lobos from Brownsville Lopez High School and the Lady Hawks from Harlingen South High School. This is Ignacio coming to you live from Harlingen, Texas, here at Harlingen High School Mini Stadium, alongside my cameraman behind the lens for you tonight, Jacob, aka Ribs, who's going to be working the lens for you in this matchup. And if you just joined us, you just missed a great matchup between the boys squads from both these teams, and it was Harlingen South who came away with a win following the penalty shootouts after regulation. Weather is currently at 56 degrees and indicated feeling like 49, and there's definitely some wind that's coming through and making this weather not as fun tonight as both these teams are now preparing to kick off here as the officials are meeting up with both captains from both teams. And according to the forecast, we are expected some light rain in the next half hour or so. So we'll monitor that and we'll see if it has any implication in this matchup. But we will get this game kicked off for you in just a bit. So we'll step aside briefly, and we'll be back here shortly on the RSO Network.
Hello sports fans, I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From sales to selections, we handle every step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
At Brownsville ISD, every journey starts with a strong foundation.
Our academic programs inspire curiosity and critical thinking.
In athletics, students unleash their potential while diving into school spirit.
Creativity shines throughout our various fine arts programs.
Our career and technical education provides students with essential skills for the workforce.
With dual enrollment courses, students can earn college credits while still in high school.
Brownsville ISD,
One team,
one dream.
Time to take a new look, maybe your first look at Buick. If smart, hip, and affordable is for you, Buick's your brand. Fruya Buick, Brownsville, Texas.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
And we are back here in the RSO Network. Harlingen South are in the all-green jerseys, and Brownsville Lopez will be in the all-white jerseys with the blue shorts. And I was only able to get a hold of the lineup for Brownsville Lopez. I'll see if I can get the lineup for Harlingen South at the half as they get this game underway. Harlingen South going to start near the midfield there as Brownsville Lopez quick to step up to the ball, back to Harlingen South. And they begin to move the ball on the far side, now moving up quickly into the goal box. And Lopez able to try to send it away, but South with the last touch sends the ball out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for the Lady Lobos. As we take a look at the current standings here in this District 32-5A, a really competitive district. We have Brownsville Rivera currently the #1 team, undefeated 5-0 in this matchup. They do have a matchup tonight, and they are taking on, let's see here, don't see a team pop up here as Brownsville Lopez steals that ball away. And the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South currently in second place with 4 wins and 1 defeat. And the defeat comes from Brownsville Rivera from the district opener. And actually they lost it in the shootouts. So technically South did come away with a point, as Brownsville Rivera came away with 2 points on that matchup. So that's the only differential there between them two. And then Brownsville Lopez with 3 wins, 1 loss, and a tie, which they did win in that tie against Brownsville Porter. And we were actually there for that game, or I was there for that game at least, as Brownsville Lopez came away with the Battle of the Southmost victory there. And an early substitution being made for Brownsville Lopez already with 2 minutes in. They're going to sub out number 13, Hannah Gurola, as the Lady Lobos now throw it in. Harlingen South able to come away with the possession and now kick it away. And a quick step up there by the Lady Lobos. Have a chance here to set something up. As they move quickly there, it's number 19, Maria Cisneros, who checked in. Almost had a touch there, but stolen by Harlingen South. And the Lady Hawks now on the move there on the far side. South showing some good speed. They're able to run past the defender. Now gets a pass in the middle and quickly disrupted by the Lady Lobos. Lady Hawks back with the ball as the official blows the whistle here. And we do have an injured Lady Lobo down. I think that was Cisneros who's on the ground, but we'll step aside briefly for an injury timeout. So we'll step aside. We'll be back here shortly in the RSO Network.
Endless activities for all ages. Then dance the night away with live music. Savor fresh seafood and discover unique food trucks and shop our charming boutiques. What are you waiting for? Escape the everyday at South Padre Island.
And we're back here on the RSL Network following a short injury timeout. As Maria Cisneros was able to get up, hopefully she's able to shake off the injury and she'll be able to come back to play. Meanwhile, the officials will resume play here. As both players trying to fight for the ball. I think that was last touch by Lopez, and it is. So Harlingen South will throw it in. And the Lady Hawks now on the move, quickly disrupted by Lopez. And Lopez able to come away with the ball. That will go too far up ahead, and an offsides will be called. So Harlingen South will have a free kick near the midfield. And that is where they will position the ball. Kick it kind of low there. Nobody really with the touch there. Now picked up by Lopez. South try to get a cut there. Not able to connect. Goes back to the defensive line for South. Comes off of Lopez. Now the ball sails up high. South able to kick it away to get it closer to the goal. And now the Lady Hawks able to move the ball up. Try to center it there. Last touch by Lopez. So this will be the first corner kick coming up for the Lady Hawks. And some early pressure coming up from Harlingen South. Let's see what they draw up here on their first corner kick attempt. Ball's going to sail high. Disrupted by Brownsville Lopez. Shot attempt will go through, quickly blocked. And it will roll out of bounds. Harlingen South will get to throw this one in. And Lopez now moving the ball here. Now just inside the middle. Oh, an open player here. Ball's going to play on. That goal is going to go through for the Lady Lobos. And an early goal there for Brownsville Lopez gets them first on the board. Nice shot there by Brownsville Lopez. Puts them up early 1-0 here tonight. And it was number 10, Coral Galvan, getting it done for Brownsville Lopez. And Harlingen South wasting no time here. They're going to move quick. And a foul will be called. Will go in favor of Harlingen South. That replay on the right-hand side of your screen there. And a great pass there just in time before the offsides could be called. And Galvan making the pass worthwhile, being able to score for Lopez. Harlingen South not able to connect there on the pass as Brownsville Lopez just kicks it out of bounds here as a throw-in now coming up for the Lady Hawks. And another throw in now for Harlingen South. As they look to center it through. Disruption there by Brownsville Lopez. Kicks it away. And now Harlingen South on the move. Ball rolls out of bounds. Now Brownsville Lopez will get a throw-in opportunity. Lady Lobos now on the move there. Nobody touches it there as they continue to move towards the ball. And now a double team there by Harlingen South, able to get rid of it. Goes back to Brownsville Lopez. Harlingen South comes away with it. Following a couple passes there. Now the Lady Hawks on the move. Good forward pass there as the Hawks continue to move the block as now they get inside the goal box. A good pass in the middle there and a good stop there by Brownsville Lopez. Sends it away. Throw in now for Harlingen South. And a substitution being made for the Lady Hawks. As I'll check in, I believe was number 3, number 8. We'll step aside there and we'll, again, hopefully we'll get the names for those during the halftime. Brownsville Lopez try to kick it away there as the ball goes back to Harlingen South. Pushing him away from the goal box, now goes outside. Long distance shot attempt, stopped by Lopez. Defenders trying to kick it away, South keeping it in the box. And some deflections there inside the box, able to get that one rolling out of there. Brownsville Lopez is going to kick it far out. Good stop there by the Lady Hawks. And now they'll try to move the ball. Officials wanted a handball, won't get it. Harlingen South with a throw-in coming up. South not trying to move the ball inside. Gets the pass deflected there. Now South takes it back outside, now trying to force it in the middle. Good pass there, but Lopez is able to disrupt it for just a bit. South now moves in the box on the left side, able to center it. Try to go for the shot, but goes too far to the right. And the shot opportunity for South misses the connection there as it keeps rolling to the near side, out of bounds, and Brownsville Lopez now able to throw it in. And Harlingen South, the long distance shot attempt, hits the post and in! A goal for Harlingen South. Nice shot there for the Lady Hawks. Able to hit the post and rolls in their favor. And let's take a look at that replay there. It missed the ball up in the air. Some back and forth possession changes. Good stop there by the Lady Hawks. Goes to the middle. Decides, you know what, let me go for this long-range opportunity, throw off the goalkeeper, and was able to do so successfully. And now we're tied at 1 apiece. And a foul there is called. Harlingen South now dropping back for the free kick. The ball will go back to Brownsville Lopez. Nobody with possession just yet. Now South comes away with it. As they now look to center this one through. And a good lob there for Harlingen South. Now in the box, quickly disrupted by Brownsville Lopez. And another shot opportunity there, too far to the left. And I believe it's a goal kick, and it is. Now the Lady Hawks building some pressure here in this first half. And Lopez able to send that one away. Lopez sends it out far, and the goalkeeper now stepping up for Harlingen South, and she'll be able to send it away. Ball stayed in the middle for a second there. Officials or fans from Harlingen South wanted a handball. Officials letting it play on. Brownsville Lopez with a steal. Now send it away, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Now it will. At the midfield area. And Harlingen South will throw it in from there. South with a nice throw in there. Lob it up high. And a good lob behind. But Lopez able to come away with the steal. That ball, I believe, rolls out of bounds. Harlingen South with another throw in. And I believe the goal was made from number 13 from Harlingen South. We'll see if we can get her name during the half. And that ball will sail high again, and it's going to go too far out. Threw off the goalkeeper for Brownsville Lopez a bit there. Fortunate for Brownsville Lopez, what doesn't connect. Goalkeeper from Brownsville Lopez steps back. And a throw-in coming up for Brownsville Lopez. And officials with a substitution. Harlingen South bringing in number 8 for the Lady Hawks. And they'll sub out number 5 for Harlingen South. Harlingen South able to pick it up from the header. Ball players fighting for the ball. Harlingen South comes away with it as the ball now goes back up in the air. Lopez tried to send it away. Ricochets the opposite direction. Comes out of South, and now in the goal box. South with possession now takes it outside the box. Now gets themselves back in there. And Lopez just sends this one away. At least they tried. Now South comes away with possession again. Lady Hawks with a good center in the middle. Falls into the hands of Brownsville Lopez's goalkeeper. That was number 1. Mikal Velas, the goalkeeper for Brownsville Lopez, with the stop. And now she'll send it away for the Lady Lobos. Nobody with possession of the ball there. Goes past a couple of players, one from each team. Harlingen South with the ball again, and a good disruption from Brownsville Lopez. Rolls too far out. It should be a throw-in for South. Another throw-in again coming up for Harlingen South. Good adjustment there as she feeds it in the middle, nobody in sight. Now South back with possession, moving the ball up quickly there. Rolled it on the ground. Lopez able to recover. South sending it far. Good stop there by Brownsville Lopez. And they'll just kick it away, and South will have possession again. South trying to move up to the box. Another stop there by Lopez. Many players playing more of a defensive position rather than trying to attack. And they're leaving a lot of room for Harlingen South to center this ball through. Could be a factor in this game as that ball rolls out of bounds. And Brownsville Lopez with another goal kick coming up. Mikal Vela is dropping back for the goal kick for the Lady Lobos. And she'll decide to take a side here and let one of the defenders kick this one away. Ball sails high. Nobody with a touch there, and officials going to give it in favor of Harlingen South. South now with throw-in. Now with position there, lobs it up high, and Vela's, she's going to catch it with her hands, and now steps up to the box to kick this one away. Brownsville Lopez lobs it up far away, nobody in sight. And the goalkeeper for South steps up to kick it away. Throw-in coming up for the Lady Lobos. And that ball's going to sail too far out. And it's going to be a throw-in coming up for Harlingen South. And it will be deep in their own corner. Lopez hit it up. South rolls it up high. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds, and it's a throw-in for South. Lopez with a header. South able to send it away, but it's going to go out of bounds. So Brownsville Lopez now with a throw-in opportunity. As we reach the midway point here in the first half, coming up at the halftime, we'll have the first half highlights for you, and along with the showing of the 2 goals that were scored in this matchup, along with the strategies and what both teams can do to come away with the victory. And if the results hold in a tie, we'll go into penalty shootout just like we had in the boys matchup. All that and more coming up on the RSO Network. As Brownsville Lopez now trying to move the ball. South able to kick it up and away. Somewhat away with the header there, and now away. I want to take this time to thank our sponsors for this stream here tonight. South Padre Island and Texas Southmost College. And a good deflection there by Brownsville Lopez. And our other sponsor, Luke Freya Motors. So thank you guys for the sponsorship and allowing us to do what we do here and be able to cover many different games here in the Rio Grande Valley. Of course, one of them that we're trying to take more out of for you folks is soccer. And I have the privilege of covering majority of available soccer games that we can cover for you. So a familiar voice you'll be hearing in this season. As Harlingen South now moving here on the near side. Going to drive it up herself as she tries to look for an open shot here. And a good deflection by Velas, and it'll hit the top post. Open net there, and Vela's trying to fall on the ball, and now she will. Great stop there for Brownsville Lopez. What a disaster that would have been if Velas did not come away with that ball. And Harlingen South would have had the open net to score there. As Velas now sends it away, goes too far behind for her teammate there. And now Lopez on the move here. As that ball's still in play, and I think now it rolls out, and it is. So Harlingen South will get another throw in coming up. Harlingen South with the throw in. Tapped out of bounds from Brownsville Lopez, and South will get to throw this one in again. And the weather, I feel like it's already going to be pretty well now at 55, feels like 48. And some light rain now expected to start in the next 15 to 20 minutes. And it is projected to rain within the next hour, so let's see if we get any water coming up here in a bit. As Brownsville Lopez now going for a goal kick from Velas. And she'll try to send it to the far side. Back and forth action. South comes away with possession. Now goes for the center there, and Velas will be able to catch it. And Velas is going to kick this one up and away. A little bit of a push off there from Brownsville Lopez. South still comes away with the ball. Try to connect there a bit too far behind. South trying to keep it in play. They are able to keep it there. And now Lopez takes the ball from behind. Now trying to move the ball up ahead. Still a possession. Kicks it away with nobody in sight. As many players are now hustling for the ball. Harlingen South just kicks it away. Throw in coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Throw in there for Brownsville Lopez. We just go back to Harlingen South. Kicks it up and in play here. Lopez trying to put the ball down, and they will, but South comes away with the possession. Now they begin to move the ball near the middle of the field. Now dribbles it up herself. Long distance shot here, and Velas comes away with a stop. Other games that are being covered by ourselves on the RSL Network. Final score for girls basketball, Brownsville Veterans Memorial defeats Brownsville Hannah 34-27. And girls basketball, Sharyland defeats Sharyland Pioneer 64-23. As the ball goes out of bounds there on the far side, Brownsville Lopez will get a throw in. Lopez again with another throw in. And Lopez is going to take their time a bit here on this throw-in. Unless, yeah, I was going to say, unless there's a substitution, and there it is in the bottom of your screen there. In comes number 5 for the Lady Hawks. The ball is going to run in favor for Brownsville Lopez. They have an opportunity here to center it or go for a shot. Can South make a stop? Yes. With a good disruption there, with a slight tap there. South now on the move. Try to roll the ball up ahead. Still in play here. Nice job keeping it on the edge and an attack as Brownsville Lopez quick to get rid of it there. South with a throw in. Ball's going to roll up between the legs of the Lopez defender there. And Lopez trying to send it away. He's just going to go out of bounds there again. And Harlingen South with another throw in. Ball's going to go out of bounds now this time. Thrown in for Brownsville Lopez. Lopez trying to kick it away to get rid of it. They do come away with it. Now sends it in the middle, nobody in sight. South able to come away with it, and Brownsville Lopez with a good interception of the ball there. Again, just kicking it away. After a small collision there, Harlingen South comes away with it. Lopez able to lob it up. Good disruption there by the Lady Hawks, and now Harlingen South is on the move again. And the ball's going to sail too far high to keep it in play there, and Lopez will now throw it in. Harlingen South now on the move. Good deflection from Lopez. As South comes back with the ball, Lopez able to step up in front of it for the steal. And Harlingen able to hit that one off. Lopez has the ball in their favor as now they begin to move the ball up ahead. And some good speed being showcased here by Harlingen South. Lopez able to come back with possession. And that was Maria Cisneros trying to keep that one in play as that ball rolls out of bounds. South with the throw-in. South able to send it away, and now the Lady Hawks are on the move. Good open pass in the middle. And Lady Hawks still on the move with plenty of room in front as Brownsville Lopez drops back. Lopez comes away with it, and now they can send it off, and they will. Harlingen South passes it here on the near side, now goes back. Now goes towards the middle. Now trying to swing it the other way. And they'll go to the right side now. Harlingen South keeping the drive ball in the middle now. Chance for a shot, and it's going to go through. Another goal scored for Harlingen South. And a great effort there by number 7 for Harlingen South. It's going to be able to connect for the goal. Let's see if we can pull up that replay there. As Sal decides to swing it to the right-hand side of your screen there. Able to beat off the defender, get herself in the box. And a nice soft touch there. just goes through the hands of Velez, and Harlingen South able to connect to get it done. And Lopez now kicks it away after a substitution. And now the Lady Hawks with a 2-1 lead here in this first half. Brownsville Lopez, quick substitution there. Now they'll play on. South with a good stop there. We'll just roll back to Lopez. And an offsides will be called. And South will have a free kick coming up. Lopez back with possession, try to kick this one away. And the ball is just going to roll out, and Lopez will get another throw-in opportunity. And officials will signal to stop play here just for a bit, as an injured Lobo player seems to be shaken up there in the midfield there. So we'll step aside briefly. We'll be back shortly in the RSO Network.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
And we're back on the RSO Network following the injury timeout there. I believe the injured player was number 3, Natalie Palomino. And of course, we hope the injury isn't too serious and that she'll be able to return to play here. As the Lady Hawks will have a free kick now coming up, and they'll just pass it short. Lopez nearly able to disrupt the pass there. Goes too far. Keeps it in play, and South now moving quickly. Lopez kicks it out of bounds. Harlingen South will throw it in. And a disruption there by Lopez goes back to South, and they're going to send this one far. South with a header. Lopez kicks it away. And a foul is going to be called. It will be a free kick for South. And they'll place it at the 20-yard line of the football marker, so it's about a 30-yard distance when you consider the end zone distance as well. And the ball is placed at the midfield. Let's see what they can do here. South going for a shot. Not sure if Velos hit it off or if it hit the right post, but it deflects away nonetheless. And now throw-in coming up for Harlingen South. South centers the ball there. Ball goes up. Lopez heads it away. And now we're starting to see a little bit of a drizzle here. As South now moves the ball into the middle. Goes for a shot attempt. Ball goes up. Some headers from both teams. South lobs it up again. Lopez lobs it up. And that'll just roll out of bounds. So South will get to throw this one in. South disrupts it last second there, so it'll be a goal kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. And Velez will draw back for the goal kick for Brownsville Lopez. As that ball rolls out of bounds, throw in coming up for Harlingen South. And South just going to tap this one out of bounds. Brownsville Lopez now with a chance for a throw-in. Deflects off of Lopez, and South really bringing in the pressure there. And a chest bump from Lopez gives Harlingen South the ball again. And now the Lady Hawks quickly on the move here. Harlingen South with a good setup here. Lopez able to kick it away. South back with the ball as they drive it up away from the goal for a second there. Now Lopez sends it away. And now Harlingen South's on the move in the middle there. Finds an open player inside. Let's see which direction she takes. Tries to go back and forth to shake her off. And Lopez adding pressure in the middle there with a stop. Harlingen South, the long distance shot. No, it's a pass. Good disruption by Lopez, sends it away. South again in the middle. Long distance shot attempt. Blocked away by Velez. Nicely done there for Brownsville Lopez. And Velez now will send it away. Back to Harlingen South. South in control of the possession for a good chunk of this half. As they continue to pass it further and further away from the pressure from Lopez. And now sends it to the near side. See if she likes to pass it in the middle. No, it's going to give a forward pass, but will roll too far out. So Lopez will get one more goal kick. And with about 45 seconds left, I don't think much will happen as they make another substitution call for Brownsville Lopez. And with about 30 seconds, I think this kick will just about do it to end the first half. Lopez putting some early pressure in this game, was up 1-0. And then 2 goals scored from Harlingen South. One by number 13 and one by 7. We'll try to get those names for you during the half. Able to come back and take this lead here in this first half. South can respond here quickly, disrupted by Lopez. 3 seconds, don't think they'll connect to anything. And the timer will expire with Harlingen South with the lead. So now, going into halftime, Harlingen South will take the 2-1 lead here. We'll step aside here briefly. And when we return, we'll get the second half underway. We'll be back on the RSL Network.
That's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From sales to selections, we handle every step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
And Harlingen South, the long distance shot attempt, hits the post and in! Brownsville, Lopez. And another shot opportunity there, too far to the left. And I believe the goal was made from number 13 from Harlingen South. We'll see if we can get her name during the half. And that ball will sail high again, and it's going to go too far out. South with possession now takes it outside the box. Now gets themselves back in there. And Lopez just sends this one away. At least they tried. Now South comes away with possession again. Lady Hawks with a good center in the middle. Falls into the hands of Brownsville Lopez's goalkeeper. Harlingen South now moving here on the near side. Going to drive it up herself as she tries to look for an open shot here. And a good deflection by Velez, and it'll hit the top post. Open net there, and Velez trying to fall on the ball. And now she will. Great stop there for Brownsville Lopez. For a goal kick from Velez. And she'll try to send it to the far side. Back and forth action. South comes away with possession. Now goes for the center there, and Velez will be able to catch it. Kicks it up and in play here. Lopez trying to put the ball down, and they will, but South comes away with the possession. Now they begin to move the ball near the middle of the field. Now dribbles it up herself. Long distance shot here, and Velez comes away with a stop. And they'll go to the right side now. Harlingen South keeping the drive ball in the middle now. Chance for a shot, and it's going to go through. Another goal scored for Harlingen South. At the midfield, let's see what they can do here. South going for a shot. Not sure if Velez hit it off or if it hit the right post. But it deflects away nonetheless. And now throw-in coming up for Harlingen South. Pass. Good disruption by Lopez, sends it away. South again in the middle. Long distance shot attempt. Blocked away by Velez. Nicely done there for Brownsville Lopez. Now just inside the middle. An open player here. Ball's going to play on. That goal is going to go through for the Lady Lobos. And an early goal there for Brownsville Lopez gets them first on the board. Back outside now trying to force it in the middle. Good pass there. But Lopez is able to disrupt it for just a bit. South now moves in the box on the left side. Able to center it. Try to go for the shot, but goes too far to the right. And Harlingen South, the long distance shot attempt, hits the post and in! Brownsville Lopez. And another shot opportunity there, too far to the left. And I believe the goal was made from number 13 from Harlingen South. We'll see if we can get her name during the half. And that ball will sail high again, and it's going to go too far out. South with possession now takes it outside the box. Now gets themselves back in there. And Lopez just sends this one away. At least they tried. Now South comes away with possession again. Lady Hawks with a good center in the middle. Falls into the hands of Brownsville Lopez's goalkeeper. Harlingen South now moving here on the near side. Going to drive it up herself as she tries to look for an open shot here. And a good deflection by Velez, and it'll hit the top post. Open net there, and Velez trying to fall on the ball. And now she will. Great stop there for Brownsville Lopez. For a goal kick from Velez. And she'll try to send it to the far side. Back and forth action. South comes away with possession. Now goes for the center there, and Velez will be able to catch it. Kicks it up and in play here. Lopez trying to put the ball down, and they will, but South comes away with the possession. Now they begin to move the ball near the middle of the field. Now dribbles it up herself. Long distance shot here, and Velez comes away with a stop. And they'll go to the right side now. Harlingen South keeping the drive ball in the middle now. Chance for a shot, and it's going to go through. Another goal scored for Harlingen South. At the midfield, let's see what they can do here. South going for a shot. Not sure if Velez hit it off or if it hit the right post. But it deflects away nonetheless. And now throw-in coming up for Harlingen South. Pass. Good disruption by Lopez, sends it away. South again in the middle. Long distance shot attempt. Blocked away by Velez. Nicely done there for Brownsville Lopez. So those were your first half highlights. Again, your current score, Harlingen South 2, Brownsville Lopez 1. And some light rain now kicking in here in Harlingen. And I was able to get the roster for Harlingen South and for Brownsville Lopez, at least an updated one. So the first goal was scored by Coral Galvan for Brownsville Lopez. Then number 13 for Harlingen South, Autumn Perez is able to connect for the goal to tie it up at 1 apiece. And then number 7, Emily Hernandez, able to tap it in to the corner there to give the Lady Hawks the 2-1 lead here tonight. A little under 2 minutes left to go. We'll go to one more commercial break, and then we'll get the second half kicked off for you. Stick with us here on the RSO Network.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to play professional soccer.
I want to play at Carnegie Hall.
At Brownsville ISD, dreams take shape with nationally recognized academic programs, championship athletics, and distinguished fine arts. Success isn't just a goal, it's our tradition. The best choice for your child's journey is Brownsville ISD.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
At Marine Military Academy, we educate those who dare to achieve. Those eager to control their future before it controls them. Those who can follow a path so they can eventually make their own. Those ready to join in order to stand out. Welcome to MMA, forging tomorrow's leaders.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy. Don't hesitate. Call us now.
This summer, it's time to go outside and get some air. Explore a pirate ship. Or go horseback riding on the beach. And you can't forget about all the fun on the bay. South Padre Island has so much to do for the whole family. Book your summer getaway today. Visit SoPadre.com.
And we are back here in the RSO Network, and we want to take this time to thank our sponsors for our streams tonight. We have South Padre Island, we have Luke Freya Motors, and Texas Southmost College. So thanks to our sponsors for our stream here and other games being covered by the RSL Network. Boys basketball halftime. Brownsville Hannah with a 25-16 lead over Brownsville Veterans. And now we'll get this game underway with Harlingen South with a 2-1 lead over Brownsville Lopez. And if you're just joining us, the Lady Hawks are in the all-green jerseys, Brownsville Lopez in the white jerseys with the blue shorts. And Harlingen South now scoring on the right side of your screen as Brownsville Lopez now scoring on the left side. Harlingen South now moving quickly, have an open space there on the left side, and it will just roll out of bounds. And that'll give Brownsville Lopez an opportunity for a free kick. And the goalkeeper for Brownsville Lopez, Mikael Velas, lining up for the goal kick. Now sends it away short. Lopez with a good disruption there. We'll just go back in their favor. Now back to South's favor. And a last touch there by Brownsville Lopez. Now forces Lopez to move the ball up ahead. As Harlingen South plays it smart there and just kicks it out of bounds. So Lopez will get a chance to throw it in here. And one of the things I noticed in Brownsville Lopez, very, very limited time of possession with the ball. Many of their touches have just been either to take the ball away from South, to try to set something up before they get the ball stolen, or just sending it away and just sending it far up ahead to see if any of their forwards are available to keep the momentum going. And Harlingen South playing it very smart, able to connect many of their passes, you know, staying patient with the opportunities to be created and not forcing anything too much so that Lopez can counter. So South being smart with the ball there, good pass there. Now trying to get it with some leverage here on the near side. Now able to move it up the field as they make their way in the goal box, and they send it too far out. Goal kick again coming up for Brownsville Lopez. As you see our fan holding that huge black umbrella as we have the light rain continue to pour here. And it will be Brownsville Lopez for a goal kick. Miguel Velas kicking it away for Brownsville Lopez. And South now going to kick this one behind him. as that ball goes out of bounds. Brownsville Lopez now with a chance to throw this one in. And Lopez now sends this one away. Good interruption there by South. And now they're on the move, number 17. Long pass opportunity. Vela's just going to let that one roll out. And another goal kick coming up for Brownsville. Lopez. Ball sails short, go back to South now. Lopez able to send it away quickly. South with the ball. That's number 24 who just kicks it away. Julia Martinez. So Brownsville Lopez now lining up to throw this one in. Ball quickly goes out of bounds. Lopez again for a throw-in. And South now with the ball. Kicks it up high. Lopez with a header. And Lady Lobos send it away. Nobody touches it. And now South trying to kick this one out of bounds. And they will. So that will give Lopez a chance for the free kick. Number 6, Mia Parra, trying to find someone open. Trying to pass it in there quickly, but nobody was open. And she lets down roll out. Lopez again with a throw-in. And it'll be Parra again for Brownsville Lopez. Goes short here now, lobs it up high by number 18, Silali Contreras. Ball's rolling in favor of South. Lopez able to step up to the ball. As the ball will roll up high. And we'll go out of bounds South now with the throw-in coming up. South moving quickly up to the ball there. And now back to Lopez, who's going to kick this one away on the far side. So now Harlingen will throw it in from there. Sal just kicks that one far out. Goal kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. And it will be Velez lining up to kick this one away. That's Coach Galvan and Harlingen South. Looking like they're going to sub in 2 players here in just a bit. Let's see when they bring them onto the field. As the rain continues to pour down here. And it will be a throw-in coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Lopez now keeping the ball on the ground. South able to take it away. And now they're on the move in the middle of the field. Lob it up high on the near side. I believe that was last touch by Lopez. South now keeps it in play. Lopez just kicks it away. South throws it in on the near side. And now the officials will pause play for a second for a substitution. In comes number 15, Leila de la Rosa. And now they're going to go Lob it up here in the middle for a chance here, and Velez will be able to just catch it as it was rolling down to the ground there. And number 6, Isabella Echeverria will also check in for Harlingen South, as they'll be able to steal the ball there following the kick there. Go for a long distance shot here, and a header goes through for Harlingen South. How about that goal for the Lady Hawks? Number 5, Jessica De Leon getting it done for the Lady Hawks. What a beautiful header and a nice position there for Harlingen South. Take a look at that replay. With plenty of room in front of her, lobs it up for De Leon and is able to connect the header for the goal. And Harlingen South will now take a 3-1 lead over Brownsville Lopez. And now South quickly moving on the ball again. As they'll make a cut in the middle, Lopez disrupts it just for a bit there. Now South moves it up in the middle. Plenty of room in front again. Another long distance shot connects for a goal. 2 goals scored in under a minute for Harlingen South. That one was made by number 8, Sofia Quiroz. And I just said it had a lot of room there in front of her, as Lopez disrupted for a quick second there. Good pass. It's very selfless of her to pass it to Quiroz, and she just launches it far. Velez not enough room to dive for that pass or for that shot. And now the Lady Hawks, in just under a minute, score 2 goals, up 4-1. And Harlingen South still not holding back, putting their foot on the gas pedal as Brownsville Lopez able to disrupt it. Now back to South. Still moving up with the ball. Nice cut in the middle. Another shot opportunity. Just missed it this time. And South coming from the first half break with no hesitation on any of their shots. Now adding 2 more in just under a minute. Brownsville Lopez now deeper in the hole and need to get out of here. Need to move a little bit more urgently if they want a chance to catch up. Harlingen South with a good center there. No, it's going to go too far out. And that'll be a goal kick now again for Brownsville Lopez. And now that I'm recalling myself, my memory a bit here, when Brownsville Lopez took on Brownsville Rivera, one of the key things that they were able to do was score from long distance, as South now gets another center opportunity here. And that won't connect with anybody, as that ball will roll out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Brownsville Lopez. When Brownsville Lopez took on Rivera, I recall 2 long-distance shots. One, of course, was posted on our RSL social media platforms by Jessica Guajardo from the Lady Raiders. Just launched it up herself, threw off Velez, and went over her head, literally, and connected the goal. And then, if my memory serves me right, the other goal was from a long-distance free kick, just from where that ball is right there. South now moves up ahead. South goes for another shot, and Velez able to block it, and now has to dive for it to avoid South even trying yet again. And some of these goals from South have been from long distance, just like the one you saw there from the last from Quiroz. And then the header beautifully passed there from Harlingen South, and allowing De Leon to score there. So opportunities like that, really make a difference in this game, and the results are showing right now with South up 4-1. That ball is going to roll out of bounds, so that will be goal kick coming up for the Lady Lobos. And Harlingen South looking for another substitution. Let's see if they'll be able to get it right now. No, they're going to hold off on it for a little bit. And if Harlingen South does beat Brownsville Lopez, that does put the Lady Hawks in second place, with just a point behind Brownsville Rivera. Of course, if they win their match tonight, would keep them ranked 1 and 2 respectfully. And another goal kick now lined up for Velez and Brownsville Lopez. Sends this one pretty far. South quick to disrupt it. Now Lopez back with possession. Try to cut it in the middle there, but South able to come away with it. South trying to move the ball there. Still keep it in play. A good pass there in the middle. Disrupted by Lopez. South with a good pass inside. Now goes to the outside. Let's see if they go for a shot from here. No, try to move it a bit more forward. Lopez able to disrupt it. And South just going to swing the ball around the other side. Now able to move the ball inside the middle. And a shot attempt here goes through again for Harlingen South. Goal is made by number 13, Autumn Perez. And that is her second goal of the match. So South now will be up 5-1 against Brownsville Lopez. And they're just going to move this ball quick and continue to play on here. Take a look at that replay on the right side of your screen there. And again, really just setting something up here. And just finds the open space there on the good pass there. Just finds the empty side on the left there and connects for the goal. As Lopez had a little bit of momentum, but we do have an injury on the field. So we'll step aside briefly. We'll be back on the RSO Network.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Jason Starkey with Gallery Homes.
Here at Gallery, we make building your new home simple and stress-free. From sales to selections, we handle every step so you can enjoy the journey to your new home. This is Gallery, where your dreams become reality.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7. and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
And we're back on the RSO Network following the short injury timeout there. As South continue to move the ball here, up 5-1 over Brownsville Lopez. And now South in contention to set something up here again. Quickly back to Lopez. Lopez sends it forward, too far ahead for the goalkeeper to kick it away. And South able to come away with possession. And ball's gonna come away, and Lopez will try to go for it unless they prevent South from keeping it. They're just gonna kick it out of bounds. And another shot opportunity there, quickly disrupted by Velez. Able to step up to the ball there to prevent the goal from coming through. And number 13 for Harlingen South, Autumn Perez. Not only does she have 2 goals, she also has 2 assists. The one from that header for De Leon, and then the one for Quiros earlier, who dribbled it just briefly and then shot the goal. So Perez making a huge impact in this game for her team, who is up 5-1 and in a very comfortable spot. And another injury there on the field. So we'll step aside briefly again, and we'll be back shortly in the RSO Network.
This summer, it's time for mimosas and brunch with the girls. A beachside lunch with the kiddos. Delicious Bayside burgers. And world-famous fried shrimp with a cold one. South Padre Island has your breakfast, lunch, and dinner plans covered. Book your summer getaway today. Visit sopadre.com.
There's no place like Sherryland ISD returning students need to district work here, learn here, or tuition-based enrollment. Register now. Call 956-584-6408. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
And we're back on the RSO Network following the short injury timeout. And a foul is going to be called by the official there. After some contact there, it will be a free kick for South. And they'll spot it at the 15-yard line marker of the football field. So it's about a 25-yard distance if they elect to go for a goal shot here. And Vela's instructing her teammates where to line up the wall, and it's going to be a 4-woman wall there, and the ball's going to sail high too far to the right. And a goal kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Rain still pouring here lightly as Velas kicks this one away to the far side. And that ball will quickly go out of bounds. Harlingen South with a throw-in. And South trying to bring the ball around. And some contested possessions of the ball there. We'll give South the ball here near the middle. Lopez comes away with it. Try to get on the outside, not able to connect. And now it's South with possession going to the near side. Good possession there, just goes too far ahead of her. That was number 4, Grayson Reese. Trying to keep the ball in play there, but Lopez will get a goal kick again. Velas keeping it short, passing it to her teammate there on the far side. Highly contested there on the far side. Go out of bounds. Harlingen South with a throw-in. And Lopez trying to move the ball there. Officials will mark it a foul there, so Lopez will get a free kick coming up. Lopez going to line it up at about the 40-yard line there. And they'll keep it low to the ground. South quickly able to kick it away. As they'll let this ball roll out. Lopez with another throw-in. Now South moving the ball up ahead in the middle. Lots of room in front of her now. Almost got disrupted. Goes a bit too far ahead. Velas moves up, and she'll slide to make the save there. Even though Lopez is down 5-1, Vela is still showing some confidence and stepping up from her net and making some great stops, just like the one you saw. Not allowing South to set anything up here. Goes too far out for Harlingen South. Throw-in coming up for Brownsville Lopez. And an offsides call will be made against Brownsville Lopez. A final score report from the RSO Network. Boys basketball, Brownsville Hannah will defeat Brownsville Veterans 50-39, an 11-point victory for the Golden Eagles. Will add another win to their record in district play. As the ball now kicks off from the free kick. South letting it roll out, and they'll be able to throw this one in. A good throw in there. Velas will come away with the possession. Back and forth action. Lopez comes away with the ball, sends it off. Out of bounds. South with a throw in. That ball is going to roll out. Now, I know a couple weeks ago, RSO Network came out with Harlingen South in the box there. And they'll let down roll out. Velas able to catch it. And I was going to mention, I know the RSO Network came out with their top 10 standings for the Valley girls soccer teams. And Brownsville Rivera, of course, was listed at number 5. Brownsville Lopez at number 6. Harlingen South not on this list. Some can now say that South in this matchup, after this matchup, can probably make a strong case that they should be considered in top 10. I would consider them in top 10. We had Harlingen High at 1. I know a few argued that Memorial should have been 1. But this Lady Hawk team looking very, very strong with creating open opportunities and converting them into goals. I would put South in this top 10 list when we have our next standings up, and possibly Lopez going down to the 10th spot, if not just missing the top 10 cut. Does McAllen School still looking pretty strong? To me, Brownsville Rivera seems to be a really strong threat in this 32 5A district. Harlingen High, of course, we won't know in District 32 6A until they start district play in a few weeks. So we'll get a better feel for that team then. But definitely those top 3 spots between Harlingen, McAllen Memorial, and Mac High, definitely some powerhouses in these girls soccer programs. And then, of course, the boys team that you saw earlier, of course, we had a Brownsville Lopez at 1. That was before the forfeitures of the games, and that could be up for debate whether they stay in top 10 or out because of their record. I personally would put them out just for record purposes. You know, still a very talented young group with lots of potential to still make a run and possibly make the playoffs as Brownsville Lopez gets rid of that ball. Sherilyn still being very confident in the way that they're playing. I would put them at the 1 spot. Progreso, I would put them at the 2 spot. And I would actually put Brownsville Rivera over Edinburgh Economides for the 3rd spot. Just their effort that they had this past Tuesday against Brownsville Porter. Not only did they beat the Cowboys, but they beat them pretty convincingly, which gives me the advantage to put them up there. And then I would keep Economides at 4. They did have a good victory over Brownsville Veterans not too long ago. And when they have district play, Economides, I think they have an opportunity to showcase themselves and really put themselves more noticeable in the Valley, I would say. I think they're already doing a great job. But I think district play will really prove themselves why they deserve to be ranked higher. Number 5, I would put Los Fresnos. I really like the Falcons. They had to win over Reagan during the soccer showcase. And I think this is a very underrated group. Not many people giving Los Fresnos the credit that they are due. So I think Los Fresnos at 5 would be a really good matchup, being the team to beat in District 32 6A. And then I can see Pioneer, La Jolla, Palmview, of course, Valley View, Hidalgo in those areas, running out the top 10. And, of course, now Harlingen South in contention after beating Brownsville Lopez. I would not be surprised if they make this top 10 list. Maybe at number 8, maybe at number 7. They beat a tough Brownsville Lopez team that we had number 1. So I don't see why Harlingen South can make a case of being in this top 10 group. A shot attempt now goes up through. Harlingen South nearly connects and miss it. And that ball is going to roll to the far side for another opportunity coming up for South. Harlingen South in the box. Long distance shot goes too far high. And a goal kick coming up again for Brownsville Lopez. Now I'm looking at the schedule for Harlingen South. They did have losses against Mac High, McAllen Memorial, defeating Harlingen South early on 4-0, and then Harlingen South losing to Mac High 3-2. That tells me that I think McAllen Memorial may have the advantage of being the number 1 team in girls soccer in the Valley. Then putting either Mac High or Harlingen at the 2 spot. But these Lady Hawks definitely showing just what they offer in terms of of dominance in these games that they've already played so far. Of course, the only loss was against Rivera, but it went to a shootout. And if they would have beaten Rivera in the shootout, they would actually be the leaders in this district. So because Rivera won the shootouts, they have that advantage, staying perfect. As the ball ricochets off of Velas a little bit, and Lopez able to get rid of it. South back in the middle of the box. Rolls against in their favor as Lopez kicks it away. Second chance away. Now South looking to set it up here again. Centers it in the middle, goes too far, and Vela's able to land on it. And Mac High just had a victory, 9-0 over PSJ Memorial. So a very dominant effort from the Lady Mustangs. As Harlingen South now trying to set it up something here in the middle, won't get it. Lopez able to get rid of it. Now, one game I would definitely keep an eye on in the Valley for girls soccer as it starts to come up. February 10, McCallum Memorial on the road at Mac High. That is going to be a game you don't want to miss. That game is scheduled at 6 o'clock. That's February 10. That's 2 weeks away. That is the Tuesday before Valentine's. Definitely a game you're not going to want to miss. I hope we get the coverage for that one. If not, I highly suggest if you're a huge soccer fan in general or just a fan of what we do here in the RSO Network, definitely try to make an effort to be at that game live. I know it's going to be intense, but of course, hopefully we get the coverage for that and will definitely be something fun to watch as both those teams battled it out to be the top team in that district. And then we shift a little bit over to other top teams in girls soccer. Of course, like I mentioned, Harlingen South, currently the #1 team in this district, or in the Valley, I should say. Dominant wins against Sherilyn 6-0, against Economides 7-0 just last week. Currently playing Edinburgh North today. Not sure if they've already played or they're in the process of playing right now. Defeated Pioneer 9-0, Edinburgh Villa 5-0. Rivera, huge dominant win over them, 7-1. And Brownsville Rivera is the leaders in 32-5A. So if Harlingen and McCallum Memorial or even Mac High ever come across paths, that'd be a very, very interesting matchup to see. But I could be mistaken here. I believe Memorial are 5A. They are 5A, so I don't think paths will cross. But boy, would that be a great matchup if they ever did. Brownsville Lopez with a throw-in now coming up. Ball goes out of bounds, and they'll give the Lady Lobos another throw-in. It's going to roll in favor of Harlingen South, and Brownsville Lopez just kicks it away to get rid of it. Lopez sends it to the far side, still in play, and South able to step up in front. And the rain continued to pour a bit more than what it was at the beginning of the second half. As the ball now goes in the box, a Lady Lobo player down as that ball sails too high. Official checking on the player. And able to get back up, shakes it off, and now we'll play on. And a foul's going to be called there. Lopez with a free kick. And out of bounds, they're throwing coming up for Harlingen South. And officials blow the whistle there. Free kick coming up for the Lady Hawks. And the next game for Harlingen South is on Tuesday. And they're going to be on the road at Donna. That game is set to kick off at 7:30. And Brownsville Lopez, their next game will be at home, I believe at Lopez High School. And they'll be taking on Ed Couch Elsa. So both those games, again, coming up on Tuesday. And you don't want to miss those games, as both these teams still the top teams in their district regardless. And again, with Harlingen South winning here, which looks like it will be in the next 5 minutes, they will move up to 5 wins, a draw, and not necessarily defeat unless you call the penalty shootouts the defeat. Brownsville Rivera remains unbeaten with the tie, but came away with the victory of the shootouts against South. So the next time they play will basically be potentially the district championship matchup. And if I'm looking far ahead into that schedule, next time they play, that would be on February 13, the Friday before Valentine's Day, and that game would be at Rivera. So the potential district championship game would be set on that day. Of course, depending on how they do the rest of the way. As Brownsville Lopez with a short throw in there. I think the ball slipped from the rain, and they'll actually allow her to rethrow it. South quickly kicks it off of South, and another throw coming up for Lopez. So if the results hold in the next few minutes, of course, the RSL player of the game will go to number 13, Autumn Bettis, with 2 goals and 2 assists. So involved in 4 of the 5 Harlingen South goals that were made here tonight, as the Lady Hawks continue to move in this district play. Feeling very confident and have another opportunity against those Lady Raiders coming up on the 13th. Now the rain begins to pour just a bit more. Ball goes off of Lopez. Now South maybe setting up for another goal opportunity. Good disruption there by Lopez. Just going to send this one away, and South will get a throw in coming up. And another RSL Network score update. Final score for boys basketball. Sherilyn Rattlers will come away with a victory over Sherilyn Pioneer, the Diamondbacks. So the Rattlers will win 54-46. And Sherilyn will get another win in district play. As a goal kick now gets set up for Micaela Velas and Brownsville Lopez. And again, thank you to our sponsors for this stream. Texas Southmost College, Luke Freer Motors, and South Padre Island. Their sponsorship would not be made possible without them, so we want to thank them for sponsoring this stream here tonight. As Brownsville Lopez now moves up on the far side. Nobody makes contact there, as South now makes their way in the middle of the field. Now sends it on the near side, and that is Autumn Bettis with possession there. Bettis with a nice feed inside there. Now they center it. South try to connect, no good. Second effort there goes too high, and that's going to go out of bounds. And with about a minute left to go, that'll pretty much just do it here tonight here in Harlingen, as the Lady Hawks are now under a minute away from capturing another district victory here tonight. Vela's dropping back for Brownsville Lopez. Kicks it short to the near side. Finds a defender who tried to send it off. Good disruption there by the Lady Hawks. Now back in possession for Brownsville Lopez. Lady Lobos on the move here, dribbling it in the middle there. Now lobs it up high. Nobody in sight. And now Harlingen South has possession. Pass it back to their goalkeeper who sends it away. And there's Bettis again with the ball. Good passing there by the Lady Hawks. 15 seconds. Don't think they'll get anything else off as they let that ball roll off. And the countdown begins for the fans. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score from tonight's matchup, Harlingen South with 5 and Brownsville Lopez with 1. As both these teams now continue in district play, the next matchups will be this coming Tuesday. As the rain continues to pour, and our player of the game will be number 13, Autumn Bettis, with 2 goals herself and 2 assists, and taking charge for the Lady Hawks for the victory here tonight. We want to thank everybody who tuned into tonight's live stream, and feel free to like and share wherever you may be watching, whether it's on our Facebook, YouTube, RSL, NAP, or any other social media platform. We have it for you.